what you're saying. Nani? Get out my business, okay?
This is the Identity Booth. Our goal here is to identify with you as you try to identify with us. And this is June 22nd, so this is the National Gay Pride Month, and we're celebrating that. You know, love wins. Hey, all for it. Go for it. But an event in Seattle, let's get our story straight. An event in Seattle is charging white people $50 to help pay towards reparations. And I love this so much because my memory runs wild with this. There's so many questions here, and I don't know if I'm equipped properly to answer this question, but I'm gonna do my best to inherit that ideal that I was born in. My papa and my mama was a slave. The great grandpa was a slave. I'm gonna just go with that notion. This isn't like necessarily virtue signaling. It's just too much sometimes. I think, like, it's a lot to go. You're doing a lot. Like, how do you even assert this? Because a big part of reparations is not just the financial aspect of it. I think it goes past the communication, because a racist person can pay $50 and still walk among you, but it's about having a conversation. And maybe this is the purpose of the article, to create this conversation about why $50 isn't really reparation, and why the equity of society and social norms and systemic racism should be leveled in all facets of our government to better help with this equity versus the $50. I hope it goes to a good cause, but if I was a white person and I felt kind of turned off by that, immediately the question that could be popped to your head, well, would you rather be a slave? And while that your knee-jerk reaction might be jarring, ultimately you as a white person have to also face the hard truths that regardless of and it's the irony, because you're basically experiencing the opposite of what a black person would be experiencing if they were being persecuted. Because of your whiteness, people are left to believe that you are ignorant of certain situations. So when you speak ill will of situations, people have no other choice but to just judge you. So this one kind of wipes the slate clean and says, we're going to judge you up front. And if you're willing to pay, it says something about you. If you're willing to argue it, it says something about you. If you're flat out going to call people out for calling you out first, that defines you. And I think it's important that we really do look at these things as a trade-off. To Nafi's point, 300 years as a slave or pay $50, which one you doing? If you have to think about that question, or you have to say, well, wait, one just good, shut the fuck up. No one cares. Go get your Klan hoodie and your rebel flag, and go join them at the backyard beanbag whatever tournament they're doing while they're fucking their sister's brother. Like, whatever. No one cares. But I am interested to know, on a lighter note, what comes with this $50? Like, do these white people get a card saying that they acknowledge racism and that they are an ally? Like, so like if they're ever caught in the hood and two black people say, hey, run your pockets, and they're like, whoa, hey man, I'm struggling right now, and they'd be like, you ain't struggling, you white. And they'd be like, but I paid $50 to y'all's reparations, and here's proof that I'm an ally. And they'd be like, dang, you is one of the allies. I appreciate you, bro. Good looking out. And they let you go. Does this mean like you can buy your weed at the same price that other black people buy their weed from their weed man? Because, you know, most black weed sellers, they always upcharge the white people. Like, they be selling them some of the most horrible weed for like $50 more. And, you know, white boy don't know no better. He gonna get what J. Cole said. He gonna get it from his dad later for lunch. So he don't know no better. Does that give you the black person's discount? Can you say the N-word now? Is there a limit to it? Like, do you get like one free N-word a year? Do you get to come to the cookout? Are you allowed to bring food to the cookout? there's so many questions. I think this $50 needs to be more than just a donation towards reparation. It needs to come with perks, because if you're an ally, your $50 is a small sample size of what you can really do to help push the black community forward, and you deserve to be recognized. So I think that maybe I'll design a card, the Identity Booth card, to kind of recognize those people who are paying their dues to the black community and show our appreciation, let you know, you can make it through. Let's come together as a black community and figure out how we're going to acknowledge our vanilla brothers and sisters in this fight for equity, as they are part of it. And we need to acknowledge that white people are a big part of how we move forward in this country. There ain't no situation where one race is going to be more dominant than the other unless a genocide takes place. And with all hope, we don't have to take the violent route. The path of least resistance is the path to peace in many forms. So let's do that instead. But for whatever it's worth, the money will never, like, what happened to people for 300 years, $50? There's no amount. You could pay me $1,000 every second. Ain't no way I'm forgiving you for making me a slave. You said I was 3/5 of a man. 3/5. Like, think of your body in 5 segments. Now take away 3 random parts of yourself. Imagine giving someone $1 and them giving you back 3/5 of your dollars. Like, hey, can I get change? And then they give you 3/5 of your dollar and be like, hey, I gave you a full $1, but you're 3/5 of a man. Damn. And then imagine being a black woman on top of that, where they said you're 1/2 of that 3/5. Someone do the math. Someone do the math. Please, someone do the math. It's crazy, but this is the world we live in, you know? So we gotta. I don't think trading places with them is gonna be enough. I think the easiest way to move past something is, one, to get an apology and formal acknowledgement that something wrong was done, but then just to be brought back up to speed, to be given that opportunity. Like I said, I don't need reparations. Just don't make me pay taxes for 10 years. Just let me not pay taxes for 10 years and I'll be good. I will be good. I will be great. I promise. But hey, tell me what you would take in exchange for your slavery or whatever. What would be something that would be significantly paid to you? Like, what would they be? So I'm interested to hear y'all's story on it, y'all theories on that, because that's an interesting question. So we'll leave it on that. What would you accept as reparations for slavery if someone in your family or you are still suffering from the impacts of slavery to your family? Shout out to you guys, because we finally made it to 100 comments, and I think it's only like 2 here. Shout out to y'all, man. We made it. We did it. We the best. DJ Khaled, don't forget.
But it's so hard to find through the daily grind. Been working overtime, and I'm sleep deprived. Shorty on my line and we fuss and fight. Seems like every night. Don't care who's wrong or right. I hope the end is sight. Slow it down and we can catch the vibes.